After we selected these plants, these electrical plants, we made these compounds. In administering these plants, these compounds, we see that immediately, in less than 24 hours, our patient is saying, I am already feeling the effect of these medicines or this food. Why? Because they are electrical. So, there is an intracellular cleansing and the revitalizing of the same. So, for those of us to be electrified, we have made and put together the Maya Electra. The Maya Electra guarantees that upon taking the first tablespoon and the first day, you will feel the response. Because you will feel the presence and enjoy the response of the presence of iron phosphate. Why we talk about iron? Because iron is by far the most important of the mineral in the mineral kingdom. That mineral is by far the most important. Why? Because it is electrical. Like the rest, but it has magnet. It's the only magnetic one in the whole ramification of life. Iron. Why iron is so important? Because upon taking iron, we take all other minerals proportionally balanced. So the Maya Electra was put together using 14 of the highest contents of iron in the bowels of Mother Nature, ensuring that you would be electrified. The other we made is the bolo, the fucus, the CC4. These are for therapy. These addresses when there is a condition that is of great need, a pathology presenting itself. We recommend that you take the bolo, the fucus, the CC4, and others that makes up this intracellular package. The Maya Electra is not to address any particular disease, although many has claimed that it removed tumors, it stopped this, sickle cell, it raised the energy immediately, which it was intended to do. It raises the level of energy instantaneously, the Maya Electra. But because it is iron, and iron has a tendency to fight inflammation, it is by far the most effective agent in combating inflammation. And that is the seed of disease. But we made it to address only energy, not to cure any disease. We also put together the Eva salve, which goes immediately into the pores and revitalize the cells of the pores and begin to remove that particular erosion. We also put together the T1. The T1, which is the one that is selling more than anything else as far as our product is concerned, the T1 addresses the prostate gland because it is laden with zinc, organic zinc, phosphate of zinc, not zinc oxide. Be very careful when entering a herb store or a health store. Read the label, because as we find in the allopathic chemicals that are very damaging to the system, we find that in the herb stores, others may not be as damaging, but they will clog the system with chalk. When you ingest oxide of zinc, this is exactly what you're doing. But when you ingest phosphate of zinc, you're not. You're now ingesting something that has pre-digested for you by the plants. They are phosphate. The T1 addresses the prostate gland, cleansing and ensuring that one would regain that sexual level that one thinks that's so necessary. As for the female, we find the H1, which is a nutrition that really feeds the reproductive organ and stabilizes the nervous system, addresses this hot and cold flashes. So we have last but not least, the power pack. The power pack goes a little further than the Maya. The power pack seems to get to areas that the Maya doesn't. The power pack, as it is described, tells you that you will be packed with power. And that also is composed not only of the 14 herbs, but we have 23 herbs in the power pack. Because it has elements in it that is different from the Maya Electra. We added herbs, such as the Cime Cotois. We also add the Cordoncillo Negro, like from here, from Honduras. And these herbs have a tendency to go straight to the brain, electrifying the system, adding to it. The Maya Electra being iron that concentrates in the blood. But the other one, the power pack, addresses not only the blood, but the brain, the electrical system of the body. So we have compounds that are for therapy and compounds to maintain energy.